Hello and welcome back to MMA Clutch. So, Dana White just went live on Instagram and announced huge fucking fights. We got many fights to cover. This was very expected, but there are a lot of fights that I didn't expect it. The fights are spectacular, and we'll go through each of every fights with time. So right now, this is Dana White going live, and these are some of the fights he announced. First off, from the October card, UFC 321 Abu Dhabi. We already knew Tommy Aspinall will be facing Cyril Gane for the heavyweight title. He will defend his title. These are new fights that have been made. First of all, we got Jan Roba versus Mackenzie Dern. This for the women's strawweight title bout. Then we got name merchant though Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Batista. I couldn't care less about this fight. Let's be honest, right? I don't know who to vote for, what to do with this, but this is a very spectacular fight. It'll be fun to watch. Then we got very important fight: Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. Now this is a banger of a fight. This is a good fight. Almeida, who's a grappler, Volkov, who has somewhat grappling skills, but it's mostly a striker. Heavyweight bout, skilled fight versus skilled fighter. Great fighter. I will be looking for after this. Then we have Alexander Rakic of Croatia versus Murzakanov from Russia. Great fight, light heavyweight bout. This is a fight I'll be looking after. Rakic needs to make a comeback, mate. He's not looked good from since past 2-3 fights. He lost to I believe Ankalaev, and before that he lost to Jiri Prohaska. So this fight is very important for him. Then we got Aliskerov versus Park. Park was a good contender, but I'll be taking him on Aliskerov if you ask me. Aliskerov is a much skilled fighter. So this is just the October card. October fight, UFC 321. We got more fights than that. We got a super fight among Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili of China. This is a banger of a fight. This is a super fight from flyweight division. This had to be made. There was literally no option left for both of these movements. They have played out each and every one of the contender divisions. So this was the only fight that you can make right now. So Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko is a banger of a fight. This is a good fight, matchmaking decision, I would say. This had to happen, and I just can't wait for this. So New York 50. This is on New York, November 15, women's flyweight title bout. This is the November card, and we're gonna talk about this card even more. Then there's a sneaky fight that we all had somewhat of clue, but we didn't thought when it will take place. So Carlos Prates, one of the best fighters right now, will be taking on Leon Edwards, former welterweight champion. Striker versus striker. You couldn't ask for any better fight. This will also be taking place on New York, November 15, Saturday in November. So this is another banger of a fight. So this fight is spectacular, one of the best fights you can make right now. And Dana had more to announce, by the way. Dana just announced a fight that I've been looking for about a year now. Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev is official. I've been saying this is the fight to make. This will happen, and like I said, it is the most important fight of 2025. There's literally no other fight that excited me more other than Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria and Khamzat versus GDP, which was very boring if you know. But this fight will be spectacular. Mark my words, this is a spectacular fight. This is again 60-40 fight. I'm leaning towards Jack Della Maddalena. I'll make another video on this. But right now, this is the biggest fight you can make right now. And Dana didn't stop here right away. He had more to announce, and we are looking into this. So Dana White, after he went live, he said something about White House card, and I want you to see this.
I had a great day. Just about to take off here from Washington D.C. We had the meeting at the White House. Could not have gone better. This is going to be awesome. The White House fight is on. The White House fight is on. I will have more details on that in the next couple weeks.
So, for those who didn't quite catch the audio, this is what he said. The White House fight is on. I will have more details in the next couple of weeks. That means the White House card is a real thing. It's not a fake thing. It'll be made. And if Dana cooked a card so banger for like a random November and October card, imagine what Dana will do for a White House card. So we got real spectacular fights to look after this 2025 period. I was very worried about this whole MMA scene this year, but right now during the fall, as we are approaching fall, I'm getting this hope that we might be back, because UFC is now making a comeback. We got banger of fights. We got more in October than you can imagine. There's so many fights that are made in October, and now these fights on top of it in November. Crazy work, and I can't appreciate Dana White and Hunter Campbell for more. So we got White House card details. We got all these fights in October and November. And I'm gonna add you one more thing because my last video got a mixed reaction towards something. So this is something I'm gonna talk about a little bit. So this is Arman Tsarukyan. This ugly ass is right over here. Report: Arman Tsarukyan set to begin training camp as a backup fighter of lightweight title fight. Alright, this is bullshit. Alright, this is just fake. What is actually happening with Arman Tsarukyan is very simple. Arman is actually training for a grappling event, which is about to fight in like 20 days or maybe next week. I don't really give a fuck when he's doing that, but he's gonna fight a grappling match. And if you realize, Dana White didn't announce anything regarding Arman Tsarukyan. And here's a famous tweet from MMA Guru: no Pimlet fight, no Tsarukyan fight, no Gaethje fight, no Hooker fight, no Topuria, no nothing. You wasted our time. Basically, that's what MMA Guru had to say. So yeah, basically Arman Tsarukyan hasn't agreed to any fights, and Gaethje, there's no announcement on Gaethje or Topuria, so there is no really movement in lightweight division right now. I don't know why that is, but as for now we're eating good with all the banger of a fight that we made. But Arman Tsarukyan is a bitch. He will not be fighting again. This is already a 20-month period for him not fighting. It's a 20-month inactive period for Arman Tsarukyan to not fight. By the way, I'm just telling you this. But who gives a fuck? We got more of a fight. We got JDM, mate. JDM by TKO, mate, versus Islam Makhachev, and we got all these fucking fights. So yeah, it was a good day today. I'm happy these fights were made. Thank you, Dana White. Thank you, Hunter Campbell. Let me guys know what you think about this. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you again. This is Mikhail H. Audio.